Legend of Total War here, and this is a channel update to let you guys know what's going on. Had a week off and went to Adelaide, which was a good opportunity for me to reflect on things over the past few months, what I've done right, what I've done wrong. So the first thing I want to talk about is live streaming. So I've been live streaming for a while now, and I've been slowly been doing it more frequently, and I intend to maintain that. I am actually, at first I didn't, but now I am actually quite enjoying the live streams that I'm doing on Twitch. Now, over the past few months, I've been doing these YouTube notification videos, just a short 10-second video saying, hey, I'm live streaming now, links in the description, I'm playing this game. And then when I'm done live streaming, I take the video down. It seemed like a pretty easy way for me to tell you guys, live stream's on. But apparently that's against YouTube's terms of services, and I mean, I could keep doing them and just risk getting a community guideline strike, but I think I better stop doing it, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, over the past week, I have been live streaming but not doing the YouTube notifications, largely to gauge the difference between doing the notifications and not doing them. And there is a big difference. Roughly, it's roughly about 50% extra viewers if I was to do the notification. So to those of you who want to come to my live streams and rely on the YouTube notifications to find out when, I would recommend don't rely on that anymore, because I'm not going to risk a community guideline strike on YouTube. If you haven't already, create an account on Twitch. It's free. Follow me. Turn notifications on, because you do actually have to. It's like YouTube. You can follow someone and not get notifications. So turn notifications on. When I live stream, you'll get an email. It'll give you an idea, what game I'm playing and what the title of the stream is, and you can make a decision for yourself whether or not you want to come and watch. And that'll just stop me from risking a community guideline strike on YouTube. Now, something that some people have asked me in the past is, why don't I live stream on YouTube? Obviously, my origins are on YouTube, and I'm grateful to YouTube for that. However, YouTube over the past year or so has not been very good to its creators, myself included in that. And so I don't live stream on Twitch ever. I don't ever intend to, because it doesn't support its creators. YouTube wants to go down. It seems to want to go down the mainstream road. It wants to. It basically it's made it very clear what kind of content creators it wants on its platform, and it's basically telling the others very subtly, you're not going to be supported. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be supported in that group, because it's just I'm not a family-friendly channel. That's just the way things are. I'm certainly not going to change myself, so I'm going to go on whatever platform is best for me to perform the content that I want to make for my audience. And at the moment, I feel like that's Twitch. Now, of course, I've heard all the arguments about, oh, but Twitch does this, and the staff are white knights, and the staff is this, and okay, yeah, right, whatever. Look, no company's perfect. I get that. But at the end of the day, I've been live streaming on Twitch, I've been making YouTube videos, and I actually prefer being on Twitch at the moment. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, please do so. I'm inviting you guys to do so. I want to see as many of you guys here as possible. It's a good opportunity for me to talk to you, because I do actively read the chat. I don't just sit there and play the game and ignore you guys. I, as much as possible, try to read the chat. I certainly don't time out people as much as I used to, and I've now got emotes, so it's, over the past few weeks, we've been having some really fun live streams. There's quite a few clips of fun times that we've had on live streams. So, it's, like I said, it's an open invitation to all of you guys watching this. Come and follow me on live stream on Twitch, because I'm not doing it on YouTube. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Twitter. I've made it clear in the past that I don't like Twitter as a platform. Just because it's just internal politics and things like that. I just didn't want to get involved. I've also noticed that Twitter does tend to lead to a lot of people arguing publicly over Twitter. I don't like that, and so I wanted to avoid it. I know who I am, right? I know what I'm like, and I know that it would be the kind of platform where I would get into arguments with people, or would get into fights with people, and I don't like that. However, I am doing myself a disservice to, or doing you guys a disservice by not being on Twitter. It's a large social media platform, a good way for me to communicate with other creators and with you guys quite easily, and I need to stop being so stubborn, so I'm going to start using Twitter. I've got a Twitter account, it's been there for years, I just never used it. So this is, again, another invitation to you guys to follow me on Twitter. I will, from now on, post a link in the description of all my videos to my Twitter account, where if you want to follow me on social media, follow me on Twitter. You can now do so. I will post every now and again. I'm certainly going to do my best to keep my conversations on Twitter to you guys, or keep it relevant. The last thing I want to do is start fights with people, much in the same way that you see these bitch sessions that happen with some people on Twitter. I don't want to be one of those people that start drama. You know, I've had a bit of drama over the past few weeks, or few months, I guess, and I don't enjoy it. It's not good for me. It's bad for everyone involved. Look, I'm not gonna shy away from drama either. If I feel like someone wants to fucking take me on, I'll take them on. But it's detrimental to me whether I fight them or not, you know. And that's just the way it is. But, you know, like I said, I'm gonna be on Twitter. Follow me or not, that's great. We'll just see how we go. If at some point I feel like fuck this is turning into a shitstorm, I'll leave Twitter again. But for the time being, I'd like to communicate with you guys more, so I'm going to use Twitter. And as for the content that I'm creating over the next few weeks, I'm not entirely certain. I'm going to try and stick to the basics, because my channel has had a bit of a rough time over the past few months. Just because I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I'm not enjoying a lot of the games that I'm playing. I've changed the format a lot, and I still need to do a bit of experimenting. I've got a few ideas on games that I want to play, and I do think that the content that I'm going to be making in the next 6 months is going to be better than the content that I've made over the past year. I think the best content that I ever made was actually in 2014, 2015, and I've really been watching a lot of my old content to see what I was doing right then, to try and recapture, you know, my attitude back then, because that's when I was at my peak, and everything started going south in 2016, and you know, I need to basically find my origins again. Not just play Total War, because I can't just play Total War these days. I'll always play some Total War. You know, I've got a few ideas. Like, I might come back to Ancient Empires Total War. The reason that I stopped playing that campaign, you know, after 3 episodes, was that the campaign was kind of buggy. It was kind of easy. It was also very slow paced, and it was having loads of crashes. The development team's excellent. Definitely support you check out Ancient Empires mod for Total War Attila, but I just wasn't really enjoying that particular campaign that I was doing. However, I do want to come back to that mod, so that's something on the agenda. I don't know if I'm going to, but I am constantly thinking about it. Anyway, I don't want to talk about every little idea that I have, but that's something that's on my mind. So hopefully that gives you guys some information that you can use to get a better experience out of my channel. Because at the end of the day, I want you guys to have a good experience on this channel. I think I really need to stop being such a whiny bitch. Oh yeah, there was another thing I want to talk about. I forgot. That ties into this. I was watching the H3HC podcast, right, the other day, and I like watching H3 Productions. You know, Ethan Klein. I agree with a lot of the things he has to say. I think on the political spectrum we're very close to it. But he was whinging about YouTube. Oh, YouTube's promoting these, you know, whatever, Viners or whatever, and he was complaining about stuff like that, basically not being treated equally. And I was just like, wow, I agree with him, but he's kind of annoying to listen to. And then I realized, that's what I sound like. And so I'm going to be a bit more aware of that kind of stuff in future. And I realize that I can't take back the things that I've said and done over the past year, but I can certainly be aware that it's happened. And I'm aware now that whinging and bitching and stuff, you guys might totally agree with me about, you know, the state of Total War, but me constantly going on about it is not good content. So I want to stop doing that. So I'm trying to be conscious about my mistakes and try and recapture what was good about the channel. Anyway, hopefully that gives you some information. Hopefully we'll have a good time over the next 6 months, and we'll see how we go from there. I don't really want to do another channel update for a while. I just want to make some content, have some fun, and talk to you guys on Twitch. So I'll see you there, fuckers.